You know, ever since I was a little kid, I always loved recording my gameplay footage, especially me playing football. You know, even when I was like 12 years old, I used to plug my console up to the TV and the VCR, and I would record my gameplay footage of me playing Tecmo Bowl. You know, whether it was a last-second touchdown or an overtime game, I just always loved the fact that you could go back and you could relive it. You know, in Tecmo Bowl, there was no such thing as, you know, kind of go after the game and take a little peek at the highlights or anything like that. It was, as soon as it was done, that was it. And to me, it was like, man, I want to relive that. Like, you know, I want to make sure that I can see that again. That looked really cool, or it was a great play or something like that. And, you know, when I started playing Madden on PC, I used a program called Fraps, and I always recorded my gameplay footage, and I loved it. I used to make videos, even back then, and put it on YouTube. You know, not the best quality in the world, but I used to always love doing that. Played on a world record site for Mario 64. I used to record my gameplay footage for that. You know, I just always loved the idea that if you did something fun or special or just something cool happened, you know, like it's like in football, right? We watch ESPN, and we watch ESPN and shows like that because it's like, oh man, look at that Tom Brady touchdown that he threw at the last second to win the game against New Orleans. I mean, who doesn't love that? We all love that. I think I probably go the extra mile a little bit, but, you know, every year I basically put out, you know, 2 or 3 compilation videos of me getting user picks and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I can't show everything, so I just kind of, you know, grab some videos and just throw them in, and then next time I'll grab a few more and throw them in a video. The problem is, it's a 7-minute video, and I know you guys don't want to listen to the game volume. You want to at least be entertained by something, and I need to figure out what to talk about. So I don't really know what that is. I really don't know. I guess because me and my girlfriend went to Cleveland for the Miami Dolphins and Cleveland Browns game in week 1 of the NFL season. Went there for about 5 days, so I figured, you know what, might as well talk about my trip. I don't really know what else. So the first thing that we were going to do was we were going to go to Cedar Point. We heard that it was the best amusement park in North America. We looked it up. And short story is, we got there. We spent $100 each on top of the price of admission to get into the park. And Fastlane is this, you know, bracelet that you can get where you can get on the rides early. Short story is, we got there. I went on 5 rides all day long. It was an absolute nightmare. Every single ride that I went to go on broke down. Every one except for 5. It was terrible. So off to a bad start, not looking good. And on the way home, back to the hotel, the car breaks down. Would not restart. So it's so bad, it's like 3 in the morning, and we're calling tow trucks. They're telling us it's $400 because we're about 45 minutes away from where it was that we wanted to be. $400. And my girlfriend's like, okay, do they take credit card? And I'm just like, man, I ain't paying no damn $400 to get towed. Like, you crazy? So called somebody else back. It was $275. I was like, okay, it's getting later. It's like, you know, 4 in the morning. And I'm just like, I'm desperate. Like, I'm sitting there asking everybody. If a guy had a truck, I asked him, like, hey, are you any chance you're a mechanic? Just because I figure, you know, you got a truck. I don't know. Whatever. My girlfriend's like, what are you doing? Like, you're retarded. Like, just because they have a truck doesn't mean that they're a mechanic. And I'm just like, hey, I'm not paying $400. I'm not paying $275. That's a nice spin move. Not paying $275 to get towed. Like, this is ridiculous. So went and asked this one dude in the truck. He's like, actually, I am a mechanic. Came over within 5 minutes after all that time that we spent in this nightmare situation. Like, a nightmare. Gave him all the money we had in the wallet, which was only about 40 bucks. He helped us. Absolutely love that dude. And ever since then, after that nightmare of a start of our trip, everything got a little bit better. Now, on TGL, I'm known as the Ohio hater. I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan. I hate Ohio State. And on top of that, let's just be realistic. Like, I'm kind of done with this, but I'm just going to say it one last time aggressively, just so you kind of understand. Like, Ohio sports is the fucking worst ever. It's the worst. Do they have anything good? Like the Cleveland Browns, the Cavaliers, the Indians? That is terrible. Like, I feel so bad for Ohio sports. It is the worst state in the world when it comes to sports. They're all terrible. So, next day comes along, it's the football game. Finally, we actually got home so that we could get to the game the next day. Because of the car situation, we took a cab. And the ride downtown, I have to say, was amazing. Like, seeing the Cleveland Indians, I forget the name of the stadium, but seeing the Cleveland Indians stadium, and then getting to Brown Stadium. And when we first walked in, I mean, I gotta say, it was amazing. My favorite color is orange. Like, you don't even understand. I'm bananas for orange. If you follow me on Twitter, I posted a picture of my new shoes, which are like orange. It's crazy, but they're not nerdy. Don't worry about it. They're nice shoes. But anyway, so yeah, the stadium was amazing. And at first, like, I'm just like, oh man, Ohio, like, you're garbage and all this kind of stuff. But the more that we were there, and the colors of the Browns uniforms and the stadium and the fans, like, they're terrible at sports, but I really got to give credit to the fans. They kind of changed my mind. I'm not going to really bash Ohio sports anymore. I mean, they're proud fans, and everyone was really nice. Every waiter that we had, every waitress was amazing. The cab service that we had was amazing. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And as bad as Ohio sports is, and as much as I hated the idea of being in Ohio, even though I wanted to be there for the Dolphins football game, as we're playing the Browns here, I'm sorry we had to get that user pick there, but gotta say, if you haven't been to Cleveland, if you haven't been to a Browns game, and it's amazing. Like, if I lived there, and I hate to say this because I know these fucks are going to be listening to it, if I wasn't a Dolphin fan and I lived in Ohio, I would be a proud Browns fan. It was a lot of fun, and you know what? I just might go back.